I'm Dean Jackman. I'm a sophomore screenwriting major. I'm a theater minor officially, and hopefully soon to be an animation minor. LMU has a lot of communities, I think, and I think it presents the opportunity to dip into those communities as much as you want and spread yourself amongst as many communities as you want. There's not really tight borders around any of the communities. Most of the communities I've found are pretty welcoming, and I really like that. The amount of clubs I've been able to join, I've been very excited to have me there. And the willingness of people here. I went to a public high school and everyone was sort of there at necessity, and people here I feel want to be here and are passionate about what they want to do. It's very refreshing. I started and I am currently the president of the Role Players Guild, which is a club about tabletop RPGs. I am the social media. I run the social media, and I'm the outreach coordinator for the Sunset Movie Club. I'm on the e-board of the Animation Club. I am in Steamhouse Comedy Club. I am a theater minor, I guess that counts. I do animation. Thinking about joining Rock Climbing Club. With Animation Club specifically, actually I was here during orientation week and I was sitting in the animation lounge because one of my friends who I had met was like, it's so cool up there, they have whiteboard walls and the couches are nice. So you're sitting up there, and one of the animation teachers came out and started talking to us about animation and told us about the mocap class and all the other fun stuff in animation. And immediately I was like, wow, this is really cool, this might be something I want to do. And I actually, when I first started looking at schools, my sophomore year of high school, I originally wanted to go into animation. But then I switched to theater, and then I switched to writing. So it sort of reawakened my interest in animation, and I was like, well, if I can't keep this alive through curriculum, which I later did, I can keep this alive through a club. And so I went to the club meetings. They said they were looking for executive board members, and I felt like they were looking for specifically freshmen too. And so I was like, I can maybe do this. And so I ended up doing that. I interviewed and I got in, and it's just been a ride since then. So when I came here, I knew the first thing I wanted to do at the EXP Fest, or immediately, was find the club about role-playing games, the D&D club, where I can connect with other people who like playing D&D, because D&D is a huge part of my life. It helped me discover my writing, and it's a big channel of creativity for me. And so when I wanted to preserve that when I came here, so when I got here, there really isn't that. There wasn't that before RPG. The most they had was a Facebook group where you could post does anyone want to play D&D? And then no one would respond. So one of my friends supposed that we should start a club, and I said okay. And so I used the Animation Club's constitution as a model, and I wrote a constitution, and we applied in October of 2018, and it got ratified, and then I followed through with it. And our first semester was a little rocky. We didn't have too many members, it was the first semester of a new club. We were sort of figuring things out, but by our second semester and now our third, we have things out. We have fundraisers, and we're sort of maintaining that. I guess difficulties would be you really have to learn to play the club game. There's rules. It's like sitting down to play Monopoly, but you don't know what money is. You just gotta really you gotta arrange the schedule. I think of it as you have it's a puzzle kind of. You have all these weird fitting blocks, almost like Tetris, and you have to find a way in which they all fit together. For example, in our RPG club, we like to set up 2-hour time slots to play Dungeons and Dragons every week, and so I have to find a day in which I have a 2-hour or more time slot to fit that in. And some weekends we won't be able to meet because I'll be on a set or something, or animation I have to do in my free time. Sometimes it eats into my sleep, which I'm learning to maybe try and not do that as much, but at worst it eats into my sleep. At best, I'm able to fit it all in.